Brews and Banner Podcast. Brews and Banner Podcast. What up? Welcome to Brews and Banner Podcast. I'm your host, Rob G. And with me, as always, is the Legendary Brew Crew. What up, fellas?
I got water, I got, juice or whatever. He's like, got any twin legs? Matter of fact, I do.
My question to everybody is, does Delaware have an actual culture? This is the podcast that we talk about beer, but we also talk about a lot of things that's happening in the world, politics, movies, anything really that comes to our mind while we're here sampling these brews. Grab a drink and pull up a chair.
Phones off of the kitchen counter.
Yo, I'm getting ready to push y'all up on something, man. Yo, when you see something ill, you know what I mean? That shit is whoa. Anything ill you see is whoa. Nigga have a big 6 at the time. Whoa. Especially if you got a fully equipped kid on it. It's whoa. Like, yo, I had this
guy. Bad. 2 times he was whoa.
Fucked up in
the head, I mean.
Walked the bitch diamonds and pearls, I mean.
Whoa. This has been a rough week, man.
Yeah, it has.
My whole college rap career.
Right.
Is RIP-ing right now.
Right. It's like it's crazy. You be like, your own mortality started coming into question. Oh,
yeah,
shit.
Right.
I'm getting old.
Right. Your mom and dad be like, I remember everybody's dying in front of me. Like, man, that's never gonna happen to me. Now it's just like, sheesh.
All right. What up?
Mute
Welcome to Bruising Banter Podcast. What the topic is the rockin' in the brew? Well, that be the fuel. And I'm your host, Rob G. And with me, as always, the Legendary Brew Crew. What's going on, fellas?
Hey.
What is going on, everyone?
What's up, Lou?
How y'all doing?
Great. Rest in peace to Black Rob.
Black Rob joined the mob.
Yeah, going too soon. This is episode 116 of Brews and Banter Podcast, and today we do have a special guest. This is part of our social distancing series as well. We do have a Aseptic Fruit Purées. We have Alex T coming on and jumping in with us shortly. Hey Kim, how are you? She said, hey guys.
Hey, what's up, Kim?
302 Yoda is down again today, but he is on his way back. So,
on his way back.
Rest well. Be safe.
Good.
Yeah, so he'll be hopefully returning shortly. But we're just going to jump right into this. So we want to bring in Alex T to the conversation. So we want to welcome Alex from Aseptic Fruit Purées.
Welcome.
Hey guys, thank you. Thanks for having me today.
Absolutely.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming
on.
Appreciate you.
Yes,
yeah.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
How does product in the game with the fruit purees right now with the fruited sours? Everybody got a sour on deck.
Well,
as they should.
Everyone is crazy with fruits these days.
So, absolutely.
So I think this is good. I'm having my beer right now. I'm having my passion fruit mango sour. This was from Swing Bridge Brewing in Wisconsin.
Oh, great.
Nice.
Look at this. They send us a beer glass as well.
Nice. What's the ABV, Alex?
Let me check real quick. I think it's 4.7.
Okay.
That's light work. That's not too bad. Well, here I answer what he was drinking.
He jumped the gun.
So.
He jumped the gun.
He must be a listener or a watcher.
He knew it was coming.
He knows. He did his homework.
I like that.
So I mean, we're all drinking the same thing. So, Dev, you want to tell us what we're drinking today?
Well, is that this? It's not the same one, is it? It's not the same. I mean, all of us are drinking the same thing. Got you. You handed it over us three. Got it. Appreciate it. So we are drinking a First State brewery, right, just based here in Middletown, Delaware. We're drinking their Conscious Observer number 6. I say number 6 because there is also a number 5 on their menu of beer choices that also has some aseptic fruit purees in it. But this particular number 6 is a sour with the pineapple and Lulu fruit in it. I'm not even going to try to butcher the other name of that. we'll let Alex say exactly what that is. But this is coming in at a 6.7%. Flavors in there. You can definitely taste the pineapple. Because I never tasted Lulu before, Lulu. I can't even tell you if I tasted Lulu or not. So for sour, B-Beam just recently expanded my palate into the sour world. It's subtle, it's nice. The pour is it did have a lot of head on the pour, but
yours did too?
Flavors, in terms of the flavors, you taste that bitter or the sour bite, but it's almost calmed by that pineapple that you taste. So pass me another.
Yeah, me too. Me being a sour guy, yes. Yeah.
Can you tell different flavor than pineapple? Maybe the Lulu around there.
I never had a Lulu. I don't know. Lulu's in there. Sure.
I definitely could taste that there is something else in there. So that must be the Lulu.
Because I could tell, I could smell and taste the pineapple heavy. And there is something else that's cutting the pineapple that makes it taste different from a regular pineapple. But I'm assuming that's Lulu fruit.
Right.
I don't even know what Lulu fruit looks like.
Pineapple and banana are like the Debo of fruits.
Right, they just take over, right? Take over everything. So maybe Alex, you could give us maybe a little bit background on the pineapple. The pineapple, obviously we know, but the Lulu fruit, I did some research. It's known in Ecuador as Naranjila.
Correct.
Close.
No, it's
Costa Rica, Panama. It's okay. You said it. Bam. But it's grown in different regions. So, maybe you can tell us a little bit about that Lulu fruit before we jump in maybe to your background.
Yeah. Lulu or naranjilla, it's a fruit more from South America. Let's say Colombia and Ecuador. They are the ones that produces a lot of Lulu. It's very known fruits down there. I think it's from the family of tomatoes as well, but it's I don't know. It's kind of different. It can taste like a little bit like a kiwi, but mixed with orange, mixed with let's say a little bit of passion fruit. It's you have to taste it just.
Yeah. You see, I see it. I'm watching this. I'm on the Wikipedia right now. Yep.
It looks like a tomato, pomegranate.
The seeds in there.
It looked like it could be citrus, like a citrus tasting thing too. So like that kiwi that I see all that in there too. This looks delicious. I need to get to Ecuador. No, I'm sorry, Colombia, because Lulu it says Lulu is in Colombia specifically. All the other the Naranjilla is in Ecuador, Costa Rica, Panama, and the other South American countries.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so why is Lulu specific to Colombia?
I have no idea.
Wikipedia throwing questions out here that I don't have the answers to.
Oh my God, I'm afraid with your questions. From
don't worry. If you don't answer it, that's fine. I don't know the answers either, so it works. It works.
All right. Well, I want to again thank Alex for coming on.
Yes, thank you so much.
Purée, aptly titled AFP. Hey, anything you want to tell us about? The floor is yours. So welcome again. Wrong button. I would try to do it without looking.
Oh, there you go. You need to put them symbols back down.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So Alex, tell us all about aseptic fruit purees.
Well, we started in 2015. Basically importing 100% natural fruit purees from Colombia, particularly here to the United States, in order to start selling purees for the industry, beverage industry, all type of industry, dairy industry, beverage manufacturers, breweries. At the beginning, we started importing them frozen, because that's the best way you can keep 100% natural purees. But as I'm telling you before we started the show, 2 years ago, we introduced the purees packed in the aseptic bags. So that's why we came with the name of Aseptic Fruit Purées, because of the type of bag that we use.
Nice.
Right here, guys. Mm-hmm. So this bag has the technology to keep the purees fresh without having to add any preservatives or anything.
Nice. Okay. Keeps light out, everything, right?
Correct. So at the moment you open the bag, it is start its own fermentation. So that's why we came with the name. So 2 years ago we decided just to start being part of the community, brewing community, only with this product.
Okay. Nice. Does that allow you to ship the purees not frozen, or do they still have to be frozen?
No, they let you keep the product just at room temperature.
Nice. So that helps with travel and logistics as well, probably.
Correct. So that's the main thing, because, for example, if you are brewing your sour and you're receiving frozen purees, you have to wait until the puree thaw. So you don't have to wait anything when you receive aseptic fruit. You just receive the bag, open the bag, and pour it in the tank at the right moment. That's it.
Nice. Awesome. Your process. Awesome. Nice.
Yeah, that saves a whole lot of time.
Yeah, without losing any quality of the fruit puree, of the natural fruit puree, because it's a 100% natural product. Yeah. Sometimes, people gets confused because, if it's not frozen, there it has any preservatives on it, or it has sugar added. No, it doesn't have any sugar, any preservatives. It's just 100% natural inside the bag.
Now, Alex, did you work maybe with a brewery before you kind of developed this concept to basically understand or help them kind of solve a problem or resolve something that got you guys to the point of putting it in this specific bag to be able to be introduced right into their process? Or how did you learn that this would be more of a proper, just like insert right into their process without them having to change things? How'd you come up with that concept?
Awesome. That's a very good question. We started to work with Sweetwater Brewing here in Atlanta. Okay. They just asked us to send them an estimate of a bunch of fruit frozen. But at the end of the day, they realized that they can't handle that amount of fruit puree frozen. Got it. So even though we didn't did any deal with them, we started to dive into the different options in the market. How can we have fruit purees not frozen, but keeping the same quality? So the aseptic technology is in the market, but it's getting popular these days. It doesn't. I mean, it wasn't very popular because the equipment is very expensive to develop this, because it's a whole big equipment, because it includes pasteurization and packaging. So it's a big deal. Yeah. So we came to this technology and we decided to start doing it, and we starting there, we just decide to go just with the brewing world, because the owners love craft beer. All the sales team, which I am part of, we are craft beer lovers. So we just decide to go only for now with the brewing community.
Now, is that just for the aseptic bags? Do you still do frozen purees to your other food and beverage partners?
No.
Okay. So you'll just aseptic bags now.
Correct. We just switch all the operation to aseptic bags. Even though we have another customers from different industries, we are 100% focused on the brewery community.
What made you guys shift 2 years ago? Like, I know that the fresh fruit is good and much better for the brewers, but what made you go from the beverage and food industry just specifically to craft beer?
Well, pretty much what I told you. It's the owners are craft beer lovers. A couple of the sales guys, including me, we love craft brewing, and it was the right timing because fruit in brewing just started to grow a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So we just decided to go that way because the other industry, they are pretty big. They just want different things, very very tailored things for them. So we have this option with the breweries that they just like what we have. It's perfect for their operation. It's still craft. So it's something that fits perfect in with the brewers at this point.
Cool. That's dope.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is I guess it's a general question. Like, how many breweries today would you say that you supply your product to?
Probably 2,000, 3,000 breweries they buy from us. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, but this is not. I mean, at the beginning wasn't like that. We just decided to start working together with them. As I told you that. We started working very close to Sweetwater Brewing with Nick Bourgon over there. They help us a lot develop our idea and start telling the guys out there how to use fruit, how much fruit to use, when to pour the fruit in the fermentation for the brewing, how to, starting doing just the right thing for
kind of trial and error a little bit, but
we're not trying to be another company that sells fruit purees. We just want to sell you and tell you how to do it. And if you have issues, we are able to we have our brewers consultants so we are able to solve your question 24 hours.
Awesome.
Awesome. Do you I know you said earlier most of your fruits come from South America. What other fruits besides pineapple, the Lulu Fruit, do you guys puree?
Well, we have 23 fruits right now so far.
Nice.
We are getting on board with raspberry, blood orange. They are the newest. But we have mango, which is pretty popular. Mango, pineapple, passion fruit, peach, strawberry, blackberry. Man, there's a lot.
The fruits.
Guava, guava. Brazilian guava, which is another type of
version
guava from Brazil. We have Cape gooseberry. We came
on and on.
and lately we came with another very interesting fruit, which is red prickly pear.
Oh, okay.
Which it's like the cousin of dragon fruit. So it's red, it's tasty. I mean, the brewers that have used that one, they are astonished with the color and the taste. So they are starting to replace the dragon fruit for red prickly pear, which is both are cactus. So it's kind of the same thing, but it's pretty exotic and interesting. Very mystical fruit.
Right.
Now, do they make a banana puree? Do you make a banana puree?
Yeah, we are launching banana.
You said banana, but bully fruit. They gotta have a banana puree.
Oh no, we have one fruit which is banana passion fruit, or in Spanish would be curuba. But we are launching banana. I think we're gonna have it in around a month.
Okay.
And we are going to have as well coconut, which I think it's gonna be. It's gonna be.
You call it wild coconut?
No, just coconut.
Oh, just coconut. Okay, I misheard you. I was like, wait a minute.
what makes it wild?
That's another story.
That's a whole nother invention or species.
Hey, Alex, has any breweries asked you for a fruit that you guys didn't have? Then you guys had to try to procure that?
I think red prickly pear was one.
So you said we got to get on that.
Right.
Let me think about that. We are raspberry as well because most of our fruits are from South America. Raspberry is one fruit that we didn't produce in large quantities.
Right.
So we have to start talking to the farmers, trying to have more crops of raspberry.
Right. So get some lead times, figure out what's their seasonal, peaks and when they harvest them, all that good stuff. Since it's not in the heavy rotation. Okay.
For example, citrics are ones that because hard seltzers start using a lot of citrus fruits. So we were having a lot of requests of citrus fruits. So we just bring on our offer. We brought orange, tangerine. We have lime.
Got you. So a question I have is, obviously we're drinking a sour, but when you guys, how many styles of beers are you introducing into your fruit purées into? So, like I think I saw on First Date's list, they had like an IPA that had some of the fruit in there, which IPAs usually already have somewhat of like a citra hop in there, but from what I understood, they kind of added a little bit of extra fruit puree in there to give it some spike. So could you tell us any other styles of beers that you guys have put your purées in?
Sure.
Other than sours and IPAs?
Let's say that would be IPAs. It's one. Sours or with the Berliner Weiss. They use a lot of, because you make sours with Berliner Weiss. The other one, it's, I forget his name, Lambic. Lambic.
Yep. That makes sense.
The other one, I've seen stouts with fruits. They for the stouts, they use a lot of blackberry, strawberry.
Right, cherry probably.
Yeah, anything that goes with chocolate. Yeah.
Yeah, correct. So those types of beers, what I've seen out there. Also, the hard seltzers are because they are booming right now, so they want to add a lot of citrus, probably raspberry. I've seen raspberry in hard seltzers.
Yeah.
Kombucha as well. They are using a lot of fruits there, a lot of peach.
Okay.
What about the shandies? Like, the shandies are already kind of known for like their the lemon flavor. Do you guys do a lemon puree?
Yeah, we do. Well, we do have lime. We're working on lemon. I think we're gonna have lemon by the mid-May.
Okay.
Yeah. So we are trying to cover the board, all the fruits as possible.
Yeah, seems like it. Yeah.
Look like we got one of our home brewers already. One of our home brewers already on the case. He was like, "Oh, y'all got a lot of different options."
That was going to be my question. Like, do you guys do individual sales, like to a home brewer or a person that just wants to try the puree?
Yeah. So let's say that our main offer is focused on breweries.
Yes.
Correct. Yes. Businesses. So we have a lot of flavors available for them, but we've been working with the home brewers offer. It's not that expanded, but we are trying to work on that because sometimes get the small packages. The raw material to make these packages small. They are not easy to get from our suppliers.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We're trying to develop more home brewers, but at this point we are more focusing in breweries and businesses. Yeah,
absolutely.
But however, we have available in our online store these small packages. So if you're a home brewer and want to buy one guava, one mango, the popular, you will find them available.
Okay. And that bag that you're holding, how much of that?
How many ounces?
Yeah. This is 4.4 pounds.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Of fruit puree, 4.4.
I guess it depends on the brewer, but how much
heavy they want to put the fruit.
Yeah. Like, would you add that for a 3-barrel?
I would be heavy on a fruit that I really like. Like literally, that's what it sounds like.
Exactly. Like I'm a half and half.
This strawberry.
I'm a half and half guy.
And that's when it's going to explode on you.
That's all Is that why the heads are so big too? Because of all this CO2 and stuff in there. But yeah.
That's so. Okay, so we have in our online store, we have like a resources page where you can go there, and we have FAQs, we have videos, we have exclusive articles each month from our brewer consultant, from Nick Bourgogne, talking about technical stuff. And let's say that the amount of puree that you have to pour, we recommend anywhere from 1/2 to 2 pounds per gallon of beer. Right?
Okay.
During the second fermentation. That would be the perfect timing. If you want to experiment a lot more, you can do it anytime you want and see what happens. But that's what we recommend for now.
Right. If you want the beer to taste normal and regular, do it the way we say.
Now, I know like a lot of your promotional information, and even on the website, it said that you're a member of the Brewers Association. Was that something strategically done, or were you because the owners you said were really passionate about craft beer? Was that something that they wanted to be a part of? And was that before they made the shift all into craft beer? Or was that something they did knowing they were actually going in all in?
Well, all the team, it's let's say that we are not home brewers, or we know how to make beer, but we don't do it. We just fans. We just drink beer, craft beer. But as part of our commitment with the community, we just, before starting everything, let's go with the Brewers Association. Let's be part of that movement. Let's keep informed of what they are, of the information that they issue every day, every month, all the videos, so we are very related with Brewers Association. So we've been with them for 2-3 years now.
Oh, great.
So actually we're going to have a booth available in the Brewers Conference that is going to be in September in Denver.
Okay.
So we're going to have presence there. So it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That'd be nice. So Alex, it's obvious that you have a South American accent.
Nah, man, I thought he was from Wilmington. That's not a Wilmington accent?
And so explain to me kind of how you joined the Aseptic Purées team. You mentioned a couple of things, like we all know how to brew, but what directly linked you to Aseptic Purées? That's the question. Leave it at that.
Yeah, cool.
I don't want to expand beyond that. I want to load up the question.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm from Colombia. So I came here in 2015 in order to work with this company. Since the fruits comes from Colombia.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay. We started sourcing other places for fruit, but so I joined the team in 2015 when I came here, and we started to develop the market surrounding fruits because I'm from Colombia. I know a little bit about fruits. So that's the way I get involved with the company. So the owners, they like craft beer. I like craft beer. I learned between 2015 and let's say 2017 a lot of craft beer. A lot of craft breweries here. There's a lot of craft breweries here.
Right.
Almost every corner you have one. The environment is nice. The people is very cool over there. The brewers are. The whole thing. It's like magical.
Yes.
It's open doors for everyone there.
Right. So it sounds like you kind of, not just knowing the fruits were sourced from Colombia, did you have like a expansive Rolodex of like suppliers or people who you may have been connected with from being from Colombia that you were able to tap into those resources?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have a facility in Bogota in Colombia.
Nice.
So we've been there for 25 years.
Oh, good.
So
staple in the country.
Correct. So we know a lot of farmers from different parts of the country where we source the fruit over there. We are also starting to check other farmers in different countries like Brazil. We are checking Brazil. It's pretty big. They have different fruits that we don't have. We are checking fruits in Mexico. For example, red prickly pear comes from Mexico. We don't have red prickly pear in Colombia, but that's the way you develop the business around fruits. Because you want to offer the best thing. Sometimes just one country doesn't have the whole thing.
Everything. Got it.
Right. Now, did you have a background in agriculture, or was your background in business?
No, it's more business.
Okay.
Yeah, we have the technical team. They are experts in agriculture, all the people in charge of the production. But I'm more enthusiastic about fruits, about beer. So
So talking about your love of beer, what is your favorite beer style? We always ask people.
Nice.
Good job, Rob.
Well, I love IPAs.
Okay.
To be honest, IPAs are the best.
Alex, that's not true. Alex, that is not true.
Yes, it is.
That is your humble opinion. Stop dancing.
He stated it on the podcast.
Stop dancing.
But hold on, but it depends because you can have one IPA or two, but you can switch to a sour at that point.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just to change the taste and
I agree.
It's more,
So a night for Alex starts with IPAs and ends with sours.
which the IPA sour that you had, Lou, you really
that was
liked.
Delicious. That was delicious. That was the best. That was the best IPA.
What a perfect marriage.
Correct.
That was the best IPA ever. Mixed with sour.
Well, that's actually, I think that's like one of the trends now. Sour IPAs are becoming more thing.
The whole blending styles, I feel like is a trend, but sour and IPA seem like the first one that's taken off. Yeah.
I've seen a lot of passion fruit and mango in IPAs, which that's awesome.
I can imagine.
Awesome.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Now, speaking about the IPA, like what is the number one seller? What is the number one fruit puree that is sold?
Okay, so it depends on the year. You never know what's gonna be the best seller. For example, last year pineapple was crazy. We sold a lot of pineapple. However, pineapple, mango, all the populars.
Yes.
This year we've seen a lot of demand on citrus fruits, lime, a lot of orange, a lot of tangerine. But because the trend of the type of beverage that the brewers are making out there varies.
Yeah.
So also we have a large demand of strawberry as well. So
it's probably in that whole burl. How you say it, Rob? Burley wise, or I wonder if that's
barley wine.
Berliner
not barley wine. Yeah, how you say it?
Berliner Weiss.
Oh, Berliner Weiss.
Do you think the strawberries is probably going in that style?
I'm not sure.
Because I don't really see any other strawberry kind of flavors kind of going.
Did Montclair was Montclair's a Berliner Weiss?
Oh, you know what? It could be an ale. I don't know.
Yeah, because and Albedo's was an ale too. That's the only two strawberries I can remember. They both
it could be ale and okay. So
for example, Sweetwater Brewing, they just did a strawberry lambic, which was pretty good. Yeah, I tasted a couple of them.
Of course.
Yes, Alex, you should sample. Continue to sample, Alex.
Taste a couple of them.
Well, you gotta see how that product turned out.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's right.
I see what you did here. What you did here.
It's quality control,
Exactly.
So, Alex, I would have to imagine, being as though you are, internationally, your world travel from another country into U.S. to join Aseptic Fruit. Has Aseptic Fruit made any progressive expansions in the international market, or are you just U.S. sales?
Well, we've been thinking to go to Europe. Actually, I went to Germany like 2 years ago, 2019, in order to see and check the market over there. But what we realize with that, it's United States, it's very you guys go further. You just go to the limit, which is pretty good because that's the way things move on.
Yeah. Hey, liquor was essential here during the pandemic. Alcohol was an essential item during the pandemic. There was no cutting out liquor stores. You can close the restaurants.
Right, but these liquor stores won't be open 12 hours a day.
I know.
Yes. We moved the envelope, America.
Yes.
Well, and it's like probably more than what the things that you put in the beer. Like some people, like in some parts in Europe, they probably frown upon putting all that fruit in the beer. So it's probably more
what were some of your findings? You said you took that trip and you said it wasn't as
okay. So you guys push the boundaries here in the United States, putting everything in the beer. You guys are able to put it and try and taste it. Europeans are more conservative people. They just want to do your stuff as they has always have doing it.
Wow.
So I'd say that they are more. They just want to go further, but just small breweries over there. So we have had a couple of requests from Switzerland, from Germany, but that's something that we are waiting on because probably they just need to have available ingredients over there in order to start doing things. Yeah. So that's one of the plans that we have. I mean, we were going to go there before the pandemic, but the pandemic just came and put on hold a lot of projects that we were having on.
Well, that was actually my next question in terms of the pandemic. Like, were there a lot of adjustments you had to make? Because I know there was a lot of there was like production, like pipeline type of changes and things like that, and there was a lot of because of people going out in COVID. So I guess that was it. I'm not a logistics guy. What is it? The supply chain. Supply chain was all discombobulated because of COVID. So was there a lot of different adjustments the business had to make?
No, we didn't have any issue with that because
you probably had problems keeping up. I'm not sure. Correct. I'm just saying, like
200% increase. 200% increase. Jesus.
Yeah, a lot of sales increased last year. A lot, but the supply chain just because it was related with food. We didn't have any delays or something like that due to the COVID. We just made sure that we were complying with the regulations over there and over here. We didn't have any issue with the supply chain. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Good, man. Well, you got Go ahead. I just gonna make a comment that you guys have a solid business to be in, and it seems like your focus is right where it needs to be. That was just more of a give you your flowers feedback.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Ox. Go ahead. Take them flowers, man. Take them flowers.
The thing is that. As I'm telling you, we want to be part of the community. Of course, as I'm telling you, we have other type of customers. We are fine with them, but our focus is breweries, the brewing world. We have a brewer consultant. We have information in our newsletter that we are sending newsletter every month with exclusive articles. So we want to keep informed the community related with fruits and how they pour it into their creations.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Now the question I got is Aseptic the only room temperature puree, fruit puree, or do you have competitors?
Yeah, of course we have competitors out there, but I'm not sure how they are involved with the community. To be honest.
Okay.
So because I'm telling you, I was as I told you, you can find another stuff out there, but we are just focusing breweries, and people who wants to go further, like let's say kombucha. All that includes fermentation, basically. Kombucha, hard seltzers, hard tea, wine, because we have wineries as well as customers, cider, mead.
Yeah, so everybody in the beer community need to come see you. You're saying,
right? Basically, we were at the forefront. We were at the forefront of the fruit and the beer.
If you ain't got our puree in your bag, you're
not rocking with the best. You're not rocking with the best.
You grew that lime in your backyard. It's not the best.
Perfect. Even segue, because in the post that Aseptic Fruit put up about today's podcast, some of the commentary that was written in the post was that why fruit is already a winning option for brewers. So sell me on why Aseptic Fruits would be the winning option if I were a brewery. Okay. Why would I pick Aseptic Fruits?
Okay. So that's a good question.
Not to put you totally on the spot, but hey, this is what you do, right?
That is his job. Yeah.
No, I mean,
job. It's on the sales team, isn't it? Sell it.
But let me tell you something. Let's say we don't need TTB approval. That's one important thing.
Okay.
So when you need TTB approval, it's because your product has preservatives added to it.
So it's TTB, what's that stand for?
Tobacco.
Okay.
I don't remember it's like the FDA, but
it's
the alcohol
certain regulation in the CFR chapter.
Tobacco,
something.
The firearm people, right? The tobacco, beer,
tobacco, tequila, and beer.
Okay.
But that's a huge thing for the brewers, because every time you want to launch or release a new beer, you have to send documentations to the TTB.
Computer tracker.
And they send you approval for that beer. So there's a lot of other companies that they tell you, okay, we are TTB approval. So you can say, oh, they are approval. I'm going to use that fruit puree. But it's because of the type of product that they are using. It's not 100% natural.
Okay.
If the product is not...
Thank you, Brooke.
I
was looking it up.
Yeah, we knew you knew, Brooke. Thank you. Appreciate that.
That's right.
So we don't need TTB approval. Okay. I mean, so if you are a brewer that it's, making your recipe, you just, with our spec sheets of the fruit, that's enough for you to send all the documentation to the TTB guys.
Okay.
So that's one of the things. The other thing is we have 100%. We are 100% customer focused. We have chat available. So let's say that you have a question, you can go to the chat, ask anything you want, and you will have the answer right away. The other thing is, let's say that you want to, you have any special question regarding brewing. We have a brewer consultant we forward all the questions to him, and we send the information, technical information. It's not something that we are trying to figure it out. No, we have all the team related with technical questions. So we are trying to be 100% customer focused in order for you to be able to do that. We have a monthly newsletter that you can read technical information about that, about fruits and brewing with fruits. And the quality of the fruits, which is the most important. We are not mixing juices with fruits. We are just doing 100% fruit. Of course, we have one fruit that it's made from concentrate, which is blood orange. But the other fruits are made with real fruit, 100% made with fresh fruit. We are not mixing juices, let's say pineapple. Some of their guys out there, they just mix fruit, pineapple puree with pineapple juice, which I don't understand that. Yeah, we are just 100 purees.
Right. That doesn't make any sense.
That wouldn't be your advice. That would be their own doing.
Right.
Right. It's funny. I know you said you wasn't a brewer, but you do got the brewer starter kit. You got the beer.
Yeah, you got.
I like it. I like it. Right?
A t-shirt on. ready to go back and throw some hops in them.
Being as though I think you said, Alex, you know how to brew, like you said, and you got the starter kit. What when is the last time you tried your hand at brewing? If it's been recent.
The last time I tried my hand in brewing.
Yeah.
I think that was 2 months ago with No for Brewing. Good. I was there. I don't know.
Process.
We have running a video right now in YouTube and our promo talking about the samples that we sent. If you need samples, we are able to send samples. So No for Brewing, it's one. They are very cool guys here in Georgia, in Northern Georgia, and coming. So I was there with Johnny at the brew house, trying to be close to the process with Johnny. So shout out to Johnny there.
Now, I did watch that. I did watch that video, and that was one of my questions. Do you do a lot of partnerships like that with the brewery, where you go in and work, see how your product is being used, and then do some of those educational type of videos? Do you do a lot of that partnership, or is that just with relationships that you've had for, I don't know how long you had NoFo relationship, or is that something new that you started?
No, we started that with Line Creek Brewing. That's in Peachtree City in Georgia. Okay. Those guys were very cool with us. We just asked them, hey, we just want to see how you guys are doing the things. So we went there, made some shooting over there, and it was cool. The experience was cool. They were very open. So we decided to move to another brewery here in Georgia. We're planning to do it with another couple more. If possible, because the more information you have about how to do it, how do you open the bag, how do you pour, all those small details are making the difference.
It makes the beer better. Yeah, it makes the beer better for sure.
Right, and I guess the less guesswork you take out of the process, the more that people are more inclined to say, okay, well, we can do this then.
Right.
Definitely education is always important in terms, especially if you wanted to. If you were thinking about, especially if you're a smaller brewery and thinking about moving in to do some of those more fruited beers, you would want to know exactly how.
Yeah, you don't want to use the product bags and not.
So there's an interesting thing. Let's say that the first time we went to Line Creek Brewing, they had these big tanks, so you have to go up with a ladder and just pour the big bags into the tank like this. NoFo, it's a little, it's a smaller brewery, so they have a different system, which I think it was very interesting. Just they pour the puree into a keg and then pump the puree from the keg to the brewery, to the tank,
to the barrels. Yeah,
makes sense.
So that way, different brewers out there can see how to do it, or maybe one of them discovered that they can do it with the keg and doesn't have to, take a ladder and go and pour it into the top of the tank. I don't know. It's just those small details that makes the difference. So that's why we want to show to the guys out there.
Right. Do you think those two different techniques make the beer different, or make the process different? No,
make the process different, because sometimes you there's a 44-pound bag. You have to go up in a ladder with 44-pound bag.
Right.
Dangerous, not smart, not exactly safe.
Could be dangerous.
So, sometimes dangerous, or it's too heavy. But the way NoFo did it, it's just they just pour into a keg. You don't have to hold or take a ladder, and they just pop it out of the keg to the tank.
Okay.
So yeah.
So Alex, I gotta.
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh, I got a question. I know you mentioned circling back to your research or marketing experience or whatever in Europe, when you went there and you kind of realized that, hey, they're not really a push to the limit, or they like their traditional taste. did you run into were any of your challenges or your thoughts or concerns of challenges you might deal with like expanding globally or internationally in just kind of the supply chain area, just of like how to ship things internationally, how to move things? I mean, obviously you guys ship things domestically all the time. Are there any experts, or do you guys, would you think there would be any problems with shipping things internationally since you guys already do it domestically?
Nope, I don't think so. I mean, logistics these days, I mean, there's a lot of delays right now over there.
Right.
But however, you can find the way kind of easy to ship things to, let's say, Spain, because you have to think that Europe, it's like United States.
True.
The whole continent is like United States. So those countries are very small. They are just a community because of the European community over there. So it's kind of easy to do that. You can locate your warehouses, let's say in Spain, which is pretty easy to get things there, or the easiest way to get things into Europe. And then you can ship it from Spain to the other countries. It's something like that. And those guys have the same way we have it here. LTL, we use a lot of LTL. I don't know if you guys are related with LTL.
Yeah, I am. That's like less than truckload, guys. That stands for less than truckload.
Correct. When you want to ship, let's say 1-2 pallets here, it's pretty easy. It's very fast. The process is very automatically doing it. So they have the same thing over there.
Okay.
So logistic is not a big deal there.
Okay. Any customers that want that kind of real time update? So obviously, I mean, you're right now. I mean, you're shipping US, so LTL. You give them a tracking number, they can pretty much track to see if it's stopping at a hub here or there. In Wisconsin to get to, I'm just throwing them things out there, like from Wisconsin to it's in the destination being like Michigan or somewhere. But any constraints with kind of visibility of making sure the product arrives, in time for a campaign or whatever? If
you have worked with carriers, there's a lot of issues going on right now with carriers. All the carriers, UPS, Ground. I mean, I don't wanna say any names here.
I understand. Yeah.
But there's a lot of issues going on with them because there's a lack of drivers.
Yep.
There's a lack of people in their warehouses. So we are
pandemic,
they are struggling with that, and they are having a lot of issues. Of course, at the end of the day, we are responsible for that. Let's say that you are a brewery and you buy from us 10 cases of pineapple, and your date, you have a date to pour that pineapple at an exact date.
Yep.
So if you don't place your order with enough time, and let's say that the carrier had delays delivering that pineapple, you will have a delay brewing of your beer. So it's a time sensitive thing. That's why, and thanks for that question, because that's why we tell the brewers, hey, please place your order
like,
within enough time.
You're proactively probably contacting them to say, don't wait till last minute.
Everybody needs to know the schedule, because if it's on that shelf a little too long, it's a waste of their money.
Or they can't run it to get it on the shelf.
Right.
Exactly. The other thing is sometimes they treat the Purées as garbage. So you receive your puree with a puncture bag or spill all around the place. But that's how the carriers treat the product. Yeah. But here's what we have when I'm saying that we are 100% customer focused. Once you receive, let's say that you receive a damaged bag because of the carrier, you can send us an email right away with some pictures, and we'll ship that as soon as we can in order for you to have the replacement.
We'll worry about the whole damage thing later. Let's get you another one out.
We need to get the beer out. We got to get the beer on schedule.
So we are going to make the claim with the carrier. That's our business. You just we are going to make sure that you will have your puree as soon as you can. We are trying to ship it out as soon as we can, so you can have the whole order together, so you can move to brewing that beer.
Yeah. Okay.
So what are some challenges for aseptic fruit Purées? I mean, you mentioned that there weren't really many challenges during COVID. You guys saw more an uptick in keeping up with demand. What are some kind of growing pains that have come with aseptic fruit Purées? Just expanding and getting
better? So one of the things is the carriers. They are having issues, so we are having these issues.
Right. Domino.
Number two, let's say that, for example, we had some reserves of strawberry this year. So, but it happens that everyone wanted strawberry. So we ran out of raspberry. All the reserve that we have kept for these first months of the year, we ran out of it. So we are having just a small amounts of strawberry until May. That we are that crops are going to be a lot by May. The harvest is going to be by the end of April. So we have a lot of strawberry available, and we are covering for the rest of the year. But when you grow and you think you're going to have enough fruit available, sometimes that won't be the case because the high demand of the fruits. And you never know what fruit is going to be, because the market, it's like, you are not able to read the market, or if you are able to do it, you don't know exactly how much that fruit is going to grow that year.
Right. Because the fruit things just start popping off, and so you don't know exactly what. Like you said, last year was pineapple that was popping. So who and you have reserves for strawberry, but now strawberry.
And now you got all this extra pineapple because last year pineapple was good.
To that, I mean, it can shift, but somebody's forecasting. Obviously, Alex's job isn't. I mean, you're involved in forecasting.
I think that you always want to be a little bit over. Like, you don't never want to not have enough
that reserve.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So how do you go about that? Like the strawberry harvest is in May, and you guys don't have enough strawberry now. So how would you? The next harvest isn't until next May, I'm assuming. So how would you know to get enough? Like that's the logistics of that is weird. Could you go more into that?
Contingency is important.
You just tell them you want that fresh, or you want that concentrate. You got that fresh. You gotta wait.
That concentrate coming in like March and April. You get the fresh in June and July.
that concentrate tastes like cough syrup. You want that?
That's not the
strawberry flavored cough syrup. That's a preservative in there. That's a preservative. And they don't do preservatives.
That's right. What you tell them.
So how do you manage that, Alex?
To have a whole year with you have one harvest pretty much a year for each particular fruit. How do you know how much to have and know that?
Because we have like 3 harvests of each fruit. I mean, we have since we are in Colombia, we don't have that. We don't have seasons over there.
Oh yeah, y'all don't have a winter. It's no winter.
So you don't have a winter.
We have. I mean, when we say harvest, it's we have like a 2 or 3 harvests. But meanwhile, we still have fruit.
Right. Okay.
I mean, so we have fruit all year round.
Gotcha. So that's something that living in the Northeast, you never even think. We have winters.
That's why we can still get our January. Right. We can still get our strawberries in the supermarket.
Right. It may be a little bit more expensive, but we can get them all year round because Colombia and other countries of that such don't have winter.
So you're saying I should move to Colombia? That's what you're saying?
If you don't want winter, if you want to get rid of winter, go to Colombia. Move below the equator.
Pros and cons to living in Colombia.
Exactly. Pros and cons.
That's everywhere. There's pros and cons for everywhere.
You're right. You are right. You just need to weigh them. I'm just telling you need to weigh them.
Do you like your winter?
Alex is here. Okay, Alex is here. Not in Colombia right now.
He had an opportunity.
Yeah, that was an
opportunity.
Exactly.
It felt like Bogota, Colombia was good for Alex until the opportunity to come to Georgia presented itself.
Right.
Yeah. perfect segue into my next question about Georgia.
Yes, Georgia. Yes.
Georgia has a great black beer scene, and down home breweries down there. They also have leaders of the brew school. We interviewed Elle Sharpton last week, and Craft Women Connect. What are you guys doing to be more involved with the black community down there? I would say it's the black capital of the world. Yes. It's not a lot of black breweries down there, but as far as
one
black
just
people,
opened up yesterday, I think.
What was it? What was it? Do you know? The hip hop. Yeah. That's Brandon and them. Yep. Congratulations to you guys.
Yeah. So answer that question.
More into that, Alex. How do you guys, since it's such a big black community down there, what are you guys doing to get involved with them?
Well, I have to be honest. We just been working with the breweries here, directly with the breweries, no matter what race they are. We just want to show what we have available. So at this moment, we are not starting anything special with black community, but we are planning to have a new guy on board that he is going to take over, let's say, like Georgia's brewing scene in order to go deep in that. So probably we're gonna do something around that. Okay. As far as I know, I don't remember any other guys doing brewing here.
Okay.
From the black community. So I just know that one Hispanic guy, he has his own brewery. I think it's Indio Brewing located in Sugar Hill, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't seen any black guys doing like brewing, they hands-on, all that stuff. Probably I've seen a lot of guys, brewing that, but every time that I go to a brewery, I just talk to the guy, no matter what race he is. I mean, I don't know.
Right. And a lot of it has to do with them probably what beers they brew. So if they don't beer a lot of fruit forward beers, then they probably wouldn't be having
It also has to do with Alex and his group are going to breweries, and most of it's only one or two black-owned breweries at the moment in the Atlanta metro. So that has a lot to do with it too. But if you need any advice and you need some help, we got the connections. We know the Atlanta people very well.
Awesome. That would be very interesting because once we have my colleague on board, so probably he will be able to make some connections with the black community, of course.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Yeah, we will do so.
I had my other question. I forgot what it was.
I got another question. Go ahead. What do you notice like different regions of America that ask for different types of fruits on a consistent basis? Like I don't know, like for Florida would like pineapples, whereas the Northeast would like strawberries more. Does that come in there?
Yeah, that's exactly how you're saying it. Let's say that Florida, the South is more peach, tropicals. The Northeast is more berries, just like that.
Oh, wow.
Raspberries, strawberry, blackberry.
I nailed it, guys.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Yeah. You looked that up before you got on that question?
Absolutely did not.
Like, I'm going to see if I'm stumble with this question I looked up earlier.
The whole time I was thinking about Seattle, and I switched to Northeast at the last minute. I don't know why I was thinking Seattle. But yeah, that's interesting that that is different fruits for different regions.
Yeah.
Which is funny because you would think that Florida would have its own citrus, so you would think
they don't got that Colombian citrus.
I guess not.
Yeah, that Lulu,
or even the space. The land for agriculture. I mean, Florida is big.
A swamp.
I'm sure they're thinking like real estate. It's not enough.
A swamp too. And it may be easier. It may be easier. Unfortunately, it may be easier to talk to Alex and his group and get the fruit from overseas than it is domestic. I don't know if that's true or not, but it could be harder to get it domestically.
The thing is, it's not enough. I mean, what Florida has is not enough because I mean the amount of fruit that we ship it's so much that what you guys have here is not enough.
Okay,
so that's why you have to source from different. For example, let's say that the type of mango that we have, it's kind of very, very special mango, which is called Magdalena River variety.
Okay.
Variety. So it's not a mango that you guys produce here in Florida, for example.
Got it.
Makes sense.
Now, is it sweeter? Like, what is
it? Bigger?
Is it from that river? That river that you mentioned? Is that part of it?
Yeah, because it's grown in the part of the Magdalena River over there, which is the biggest river in Colombia. So it's planted in the how do you call that? In the near the river,
the delta or delta.
Yeah,
the delta, the mangroves, right? In the mangrove section of the river.
So correct. it's kind of like the sand. I can't remember in Italy where the tomatoes are in San Mateo or African tomatoes in Italy. There's a place that they say
Stanley Tucci. That's a good
right.
Show.
Yeah. That's where I saw it from.
That sounds so good. All you want to do is eat after you watch that show. You just want to go to Italy and eat. Jesus Christ.
Well, I've been watching that show between that show and Bobby and Giada. I was like, oh yeah,
you're just hungry all the time,
we going to Italy next year, so I had to be prepared.
Yeah, you gotta be prepared for sure. Y'all need to travel after watching Stanley Tucci. You gotta travel the whole damn country. You can't just be in one or two cities. Sidebar, but that show is phenomenal. If you love food, go to Italy and watch Stanley Tucci eat that food.
Right. Yeah, it is a good show on CNN. What was it? Stanley Tucci finds
Italy
or something. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Stanley Tucci and he does his cocktail things on Instagram. He's like a bartender.
Okay.
I think he said he was a bartender back in the day, but that's way off topic.
The Stanley Tucci episode. The Stanley Tucci
segment. So Alex, you gave us some insight before today's show on where we can, in our region or in our tri-state area, of where to find breweries that use aseptic Purées. First state we mentioned, which is what we're sipping on today, just to recap for people who signed in later. Rob, you had mentioned another one, but if Alex, while we have you, what other places here in Delaware, maybe Philadelphia or New Jersey, which we consider the tri-state area, or Maryland area, what are some other breweries where we could find you guys as a vendor to that brewery?
Well, we have a lot of. I don't have all of them in my mind.
I understand. Just any you could name.
One of them comes to my mind is Idiom Brewing, which they are located in Maryland.
I've heard of them.
Pretty good customers. They like fruits a lot. I don't know.
He said 2,000 breweries. He said 2,000 breweries earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I have to check I have to check information.
Well, we could
you guys.
We could talk a little bit more offline about it because obviously we're definitely brew fans. Obviously, we're craft brew fans. But
fruit brew fans specifically,
fruit brew fans as well, right?
So Thompson Island was the other one in Delaware.
Was the other one? And where's that?
That's down south.
Downstate. Yeah, that's downstate. Down in like Felton or something.
Lower Delaware. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So the more we know how we can not just support the breweries. When we walk into there, we want to educate ourselves and ask questions like not just about the ABV. Hey, are you guys? We hear that you guys are using aseptic fruit purees in your beers.
Or where did you get this fruit from?
Right.
Your fruit got preservatives in it.
Right. We want that pure. We want that
puree. Pure
Yes.
A. For sure.
So awesome.
All right. Any more questions for Alex?
I had one, but I forgot. So yeah.
Well, now that you are a guest on our show, we always whether Rob says it, I say it, Lou say it, we all echo the same thing: is that once you've been a guest on the show, we'd like to support you guys in any way and promoting any kind of new things that you guys have going on. This is a platform that we like to partner with breweries, but it doesn't matter that if it's a brewery or not, because we interview just about anybody. So we're glad to have you on, and we'll support you with whatever you have coming in the pipeline.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, definitely we will be here in another show promoting every other interesting fruit like Lulu Naranjilla.
Yeah. Because now I want to try one. How can I get my hand on a Lulu?
Yeah, that's a great question, man.
Where can I get my hand on a Lulu?
Can I get that at the food line? Is that at my local food line?
No, you cannot. I've never seen one in the food line.
At the Acme or the shop, right?
You probably have to go to somewhere that has exotic food.
Like I'm just gonna say like a more of a Mexican, like or like a fruit stand or probably something smaller. No.
He's like, no. You got to go to Colombia.
So you guys are really a special, like a Modelo Especial. That is a fruit that you can't even get here. Oh my God!
Go get yourself a passport.
Go get a plane ticket.
You gotta do a couple things to get this fruit.
So if any of our listeners who are planning a trip to Colombia after this pandemic is over, make sure you get some.
I feel like you can't get that through customs. I feel like that's not coming through customs.
Maybe you never know.
Foreign fruits have foreign bugs, and agriculture don't like that.
You might just sneak it in there somewhere.
Now, Ralph, not to
Lulu Fruit be so rotten in your bag.
So obviously Lulu, for obviously this segment and while we're here, we're talking about it in a beer. Alex, could you tell us like over maybe in Colombia how they might have that fruit? Would it be served like as a breakfast and sliced thin like a tomato, or how would that be served maybe with like a course or a meal, or how would it be incorporated into like a dish or some sort?
That's a very interesting question. No, in Colombia, they do like they jams.
Jams, okay.
A lot of juice. I mean, I grew up drinking Lulu juice.
Oh wow!
All the kids, all my generation, all the generations, they drink Lulu juice. Like if you're drinking orange juice.
Orange juice. Okay, got it.
It's part of the culture. Sauces, jams. I mean, the typical uses of any fruit, but maybe with Lulu. So it's pretty from Colombia. It's on Ecuador as well.
Sounds like a trip to Colombia.
You pretty much find it in all the normal things that you would find in American fruit juices and fruits and stuff like that. It's like a normal fruit. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a large Colombian community here in the United States. So we used to import frozen purées of Lulu. They used to buy a lot from us.
Yeah,
Lulu Purées to make, because we grew up with that. So you always want the things that you grew up with.
You said there's a heavy Colombian population in Georgia?
Not in Georgia. Most of them are in Florida. They are in New York as well. Mm-hmm. But you find Colombians everywhere.
Right, absolutely.
I have a question for you, Alex. Did you learn English to come here, or did you know English before you came to America?
I knew English before I came to America.
It's very good.
Oh, thank you so much. I came here in 2011 to Wisconsin to ESL.
Okay.
Study English over there. It was pretty interesting. Now trying to improve my English. Sorry about all my mistakes.
No,
I can't speak a lick of what your language is, so I applaud you. That's a tough and great thing to do. I can't speak Spanish.
Now Alex, you had another beer besides the one that you showed, but you had another beer as well.
Share with us.
I have one called Guava All Over, which is from Crook Land Post Brewing in New York.
Yes, please. What kind of style is that?
I have no idea, to be honest. Let me see.
It looks like that.
I think it's.
I was gonna say that's just some L. That's just some letters.
That's an Al.
It says alt. It says alt.
No, that says all over.
All over.
Oh, that's a double L. I thought that was an ALT.
Oh, I mean, power of Google.
Yeah, go ahead and
it's power of Google right here.
Go ahead and find out what that ABV
and
is.
You said
ABV
it's
4.5.
Well, that's light work as well.
What's the name of the brewery again?
Lamppost.
Crooked
Lamppost. Yeah.
Crooked Lamppost.
And they're out of New York City or New York State?
I think it's New York State.
Yeah, look like New York State. Because that looks like Idion, New York, or something like that.
Look at them eyes, boy. Using them 4 eyes. I see you. I can't see none of that.
He's stupid.
Oh, and my eyes are low, so
That's just my nature. That's not
or the empty crowler, one of the two.
And it's called what all over?
Guava
all over.
Guava all over right here.
Guava all over. Well, is that like a pinkish color because of the guava?
Let's see.
I mean, go ahead.
But you know what? I run out of glasses here. Sorry, I don't have any other glass.
No
okay,
problem,
that's okay.
I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it.
So what are you planning? What's your plans for that 4-pack? What's your plans for that 4-pack?
My plans?
Yeah.
You know
when you gonna crack it? Yeah, when you gonna crack it or send it? Which one?
It's a 4-pack. It's a 4-pack. Yeah, 4-pack. I like 4-pack. Send the 4-pack.
I think I can send it out to you guys. I have no issue with that. We can talk to
great, man. We love you. You're a friend forever. You are a friend forever.
I'll let you know what color it is when I get it out. So
tell you. When you don't ask, you don't get.
Yeah,
that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah, they're funny as
hell. Go ahead and say it, Rob. As hell. We funny as hell. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead, Rob.
No, I was just saying yum guava. That's what Brooke was saying.
So that's a favorite of hers, I guess.
My mother said you might be able to find that on Newcastle Avenue at Crossroads. That fruit, maybe.
Oh, the fruit, the Lulu.
Yeah.
See, mom knows something.
On Newcastle Avenue, out of all places, in Delaware.
I just, obviously, I imagine that fruits over time, that we now have in the U.S. I mean, obviously they primarily have come from, other countries. So I imagine that with that, people have, asked to get the farmer markets and stuff like that of fruits that they are familiar with, have asked to probably paid to have them imported, paid to have them shipped here, just for a certain population that, like you said, for you, Alex, that grew up on it. So if you've come from Colombia and now you live, somewhere in the U.S., you're like, hey, how can I get my hand on a case or a carton of that? Just so that's because that's a piece of their heritage and a piece of, their lifestyle that they can now have in the U.S.
I'm sure you can get a cheesesteak in California if from like Gold Belly or whatever they send New York cheesesteaks to California. So I'm sure
Campbell's in Philly sends a cheesesteak anywhere in the country. Yeah,
there you go. So
I have no idea how that works. I don't know how you get a cheesesteak.
Yeah,
2 days
I mean,
later.
I don't know.
It's supposed to
as
taste
people and their traditions and or relationships to things.
And you know what? If they live
way.
You can't get a cheesesteak. If you're in Seattle or California, you can't get a cheesesteak like a Philly cheesesteak, and that's the area you're from, and you get one shipped over 3 days, it probably tastes better than anything you have.
Waited so long for this.
Right. And you can't find nothing local. Yes. That makes sense.
I hope it's overnight shipping. I do not want a 3-day.
3 days. It's 3 days. It takes 3 days to get that cheesesteak.
Travel. I've had travel hoagies in the past.
All right, Alex, is there anything else you want to tell us about Aseptic fruit Purées that we did not cover
in the future? Horizons, what's happening? Yeah.
No, just let you know, guys, that we want to be part of the community. We're not just another company that sells fruit purees for the best customer. We just want to be part of the community, giving you information around brewing with fruit. That's pretty much the message that I want to give you guys. Because we are 100% brewing focused.
Absolutely, it's like hop farmers like that, and hop farmer or malt farmer and malt producers. So now you have aseptic fruit purées, because I mean all these things are connected in terms of making quality beer. So I get it. That's what's up. All right. Any more questions? Gentlemen have?
Dev gave the flowers early. I want to give a little bit more, like just the pivot from doing the full beverage thing to going specifically to craft beer, because that's what you and the higher ups in your company love. That's just a bold move, and I'm glad it worked out for you guys. So keep up the good work. Fruit is delicious. So it always.
I don't even know if we asked who was because I know you said that there were two owners. Who are the two owners? What is the two owners?
Whole team.
The whole team. We have 2 sales guys, 2 sales rep, including me. We are business development managers. We have like the owners that they just make some important decisions around that. We have the team of the warehouse, because this has to work like a clock. A clock works. So everyone, the person who receives the orders, which is Paula, she's in charge on processing orders right on time. The guys in the warehouse preparing the orders. So that's the whole team.
Cool.
All right. If there's no more questions, before we always go, we always like to know how people can find you or the business on IG or the social medias or the World Wide Webs all over. So, Alex, how can they find you or the Aseptic Fruit Purées?
Yeah, so the best way to go to Aseptic Fruit Purées, it's asepticfruitpurées.com. So you will find everything there. You will be able to purchase from there. We have a lot of LTL. LTL means less than a truckload. So we have UPS ground, because sometimes people get confused. Just call us and, hey, how can I place my order? But that's the best way to do it.
That's not the best. Don't call.
No. I mean, we're open because we have our phone number in our online store. They can call us. My extension is number 1, by the way.
Oh, yes, that's boss right there. The first extension.
Right. Down my number, just press 1.
Press 1. Yeah, it's the easiest way to call me, or my email address is alex@asepticfruitpurées.com. You can send me an email, or you can connect to our chat. So we have a lot of ways to communicate with us and send us your questions, your orders, your whatever you want to send. Beer.
Awesome. Send that beer.
He made sure he put that in there. You some beer. That beer that's used.
We
can send it to here so he can send it to us.
We can make it better. Yeah, we'll make it better. We'll put some fruit and make it a little better. That beer's nasty.
All right, Lou, how can they find you?
Man, I'm on them Instagrams. Lou Belgium.
Dev?
Well, I'm going to live up to my name of Dev Drinks Craft Brew today, because I thought I was going to have issues with drinking this 32 ounce, but I had no issues at all.
Good job.
I've been there like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, no, you was in there a long time ago. That can, you shook that can before the hour was up. Don't start here, Rob.
So I'll take a pic, I'm sure, later, just to highlight this delicious sour with pineapple and lulo in it on Instagram. But you can look for that post on Dev Drinks Craft Brew on Instagram.
All right. And awesome. You can find Brews and Banter Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, anywhere you listen to podcasts. You can even say, hey, Alexa, play Brews and Banter Podcast, because we are on Amazon Music as well. Shout out to 302 Yoda. You can follow him there on IG. If you want to follow me, Rob, stay bruising. Right there.
Right there.
Got it.
As always, like and subscribe, all that good stuff. You can, if you want to buy merch, you can go to www.brewsandbanter.com. There you go. The hoodies, the shirts, all that good stuff. This has been, and once again, I want to thank Alex from Aseptic Brewer for coming on.
Thank you guys for having me.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you guys.
Anything you need, sir, let us know.
Absolutely. This has been episode 116 of Brews and Banter Podcast. Until next time, peace.
Have a good week, everyone.
Rob is going to send us out. Hold on.
We should have asked Alex if we can eat the girl.
We still can ask him when we go off.
Like Rob, rest in peace. Like Rob killed the mind.
200 man. It's got me sitting on the roof. I drink on stove, less than 100 proof. Hand on toes, about to roast.